allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, first thing we'll do is open this public hearing for the budget. Any comments from anybody?
Well, basically, let's just kind of go over it. This is what we have, right? This is.
Yeah. You didn't take that email back, did you? I had it and looked at it once, and the next thing I knew, it was gone. Maybe
I don't know how to do that.
Okay, so Vince, you can do that?
Yeah, no, I don't know how to do it, but show me how. So what do you call this thing? I mean, basically, it's from the DLGF.
Get
Yeah.
a copyright
This is
trademark or
the
something
approved
on
budget
that.
numbers based on those.
Yeah.
Rate-based
I mean,
funds.
this
or
is
whatever
just-
it's
Say
called.
don't put,
This is
don't
just
rescind.
what the government is giving us for our rate-based funds, and we have no say in it. It's what they give us. All we have to do is approve it. We can argue and maybe move some stuff around, but I mean, that's all this is. For those who may wonder, you know, they're showing the 1.2. Yeah, it's 1.221 million. What our rate-based funds are bringing in next year. So we don't really have a lot of input, but we formally have to approve it.
Oh, and I've got on there,
I have 2 hearings.
the adoption meeting date.
So all.
Which will be October 4th at 5 o'clock, so,
Okay.
here.
So you need a motion?
We
need a
not
motion.
yet.
We
We
don't
don't
need a
have
motion.
second.
Just
I
on
think
the,
it's a second.
Okay,
on the
this hearing.
adoption meeting, but it's just
Okay.
if anybody has any questions or concerns. so.
Darn. I was already.
That's our regular meeting time.
Move
right?
along.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's first Monday,
yeah,
right?
Okay.
October 4th. The Monday before festival. I'm 200 applications short or more. I'm praying they don't come in the next 2
Hey, they
weeks.
approved your agreement.
Okay, did they approve any hand-type checks?
2 of them. Handy type checks. They're handy.
You guys want to have any more discussion on this?
Just 2 of them. That's
It's
all.
not, well, I guess just quickly. I mean, it's noted, what was a motor vehicle, we're at 200,000, we're down. I'm not sure exactly what it was previous years. Jeff, over here? Jeff?
No,
He's on vacation.
Oh, it is good for him.
It's 300 last this year.
It was 300 this year, 200 next year.
And this is, just let me look at it.
The general's up 700, it's up about 50,000, what was it before?
Keith's here.
No, hey Keith. Yeah, in lieu of Jeff, we got Keith. Yay.
You can send a picture.
So eat it, 100,000 eat it, that's a little high
I'll see that. Let's see.
compared to what normally is.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's
That's
good. It's a good thing, yeah.
Don't tell the state that.
Right.
Don't tell us. All right, well, okay, we reviewed it thoroughly now.
Any other comments? I'm going to close the public hearing then.
Okay.
We need a motion on that?
Please, motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Nick, I'll let you go.
Just a couple things. Cindy Todd couldn't be here, but she had, we were doing a housing needs assessment, and it was going to be split amongst a couple different groups as far as payment. So what she was wanting was approval for Dave to sign pending Dave and my review of an interlocal agreement as to the cost of that. I think it's being split between the redevelopment commission, us, and maybe a third party. I don't remember.
What was the total cost, Nick?
She didn't
Was it
say
6
in
or
this.
8?
She didn't say in this.
About the housing study?
Yes, the housing
It
study.
was right under 10, I believe.
Okay.
10.
And 9 something.
And we're splitting it kind of 3 ways?
Yeah, I don't remember
Is there a
who the
grant
third party
thing?
was, but it's the redevelopment, us, and somebody else.
Yeah.
And she's going to provide information on that. The redevelopment attorney is drafting an interlocal agreement. But they meet before we meet again, so she was hoping that the board would give Dave authority to sign.
I move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And then the other thing, we had some of the parcels for the 41 North Sewer Project had made counter offers on the value that they wanted for their individual property interests. I don't have the values, but
Sorry
Brianna
about
does.
that.
So they're wanting to know the board's position. Parcel 4, we'd offered 2,400 and they're offering 3,600. And then parcel 5, we'd offered 1,200 and they're asking for 1,800. So that appears to be the two parcels that they're
So what's our
wanting.
difference or increases?
Difference of $1,200 on parcel 4 and a difference of $600 on parcel
1,800
5.
dollars.
Total, yes.
For a project that's drug out, what, 5 years?
$1,800 total between the two.
Between the two, correct.
Actually, we celebrate the birthday every year.
And that project's,
As irritating as it is, I think we need to move ahead.
I agree. Is that a motion?
Yes, it
I second.
All in favor?
is.
Aye.
With,
With
malice.
so they'll be coming back with paperwork to be signed then? Because they don't have
Is
anything
that
in
the
here.
lift station?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
What are we doing with that? I mean, why is it going
Because Scott Pett wants it gone and it's another.
Well, Scott
in?
actually
They
has.
already are.
They have a 2-inch. The problem is it's not sufficient for what they need, and also you talk to our development people, redevelopment. We've had companies come in looking at parcels along that stretch for the last several years, and we don't have sewer. So our hopes are, if we get sewer out there, we will be able to market to potential businesses, one that can use tractor supply.
He's got to sign the interlocal
That was a big
agreement
thing
first.
first.
Okay.
But-
On the
So our
purple.
hopes are we can
Oh,
get
no,
more
well-
businesses along that corridor.
No, I mean, he can sign
And retain-
parcels whenever.
retain
You might
stock.
have them give him
Yeah,
authority
they're
to sign the
quite big.
parcels too.
That 2-inch force main is not.
Because he's only got
really,
authority to sign
for
the
us,
parcels.
it's not working.
Not going that distance, it's not
So that was
So
a
let's
whole
just make another
original
motion.
purpose of the project.
Did you?
The one along with the checks.
Well, let's just give you authority, just a motion to give Brandy authority to sign the APVs when they come in also on the 41 North project, I guess.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
a. All in favor?
Aye.
That's all I really have to report on right now. I do have a couple other things I'm working on, but nothing to put in front of you today.
I'm gonna make a motion that we rescind the 2-hour parking ordinance. We're not gonna, unless we're gonna enforce it.
Well, we're not going to enforce it, why have it? I guess it goes back a few years.
Now, actually, not that one, right before we came on.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'd say this, if you are gonna enforce it, I'd send out notice and give plenty of time for people to prepare for that. And if you're not, you might as well not have it.
Randy, where you at? You trying to?
Sign's been up for several years, so if you want it enforced, then they ought to be well noticed about it already, but
Well,
they're
we
not.
haven't been enforcing it.
No, we
That's
haven't.
why I'd say before we start enforcing it, we need to notify everybody it's gonna be enforced.
Well, I made a motion to rescind it if anybody.
I'll second it. It's ridiculous if we're not enforcing it, why have it?
All in favor?
Aye.
so you can take the signs down.
There you go.
Do I do anything paperwork wise other than not?
Would somebody please look at that sign and go, I think it's for the trash
No,
truck. is
and
that-
they just revoked it.
Somebody
You make sure it's in
sign right
the
across
minutes.
the
Can I
street.
have one of those signs?
You might mark it in
On my
the ordinance
tell
book
neighbors to
that
wait.
it's
Like,
revoked.
park here on
That's
Wednesday
what I
and
think
Friday
we do.
from 1 AM to.
Just
I mean,
write
it's a
repealed in
weird
today's
song.
date.
I think it might have to do with
That
that
trash
trash
truck
truck
on
on
the
the
driveway.
Yeah?
On the courthouse.
Block me in.
Yes.
Is that all you got?
That's all I got.
Okay. You ready, Randy?
Yeah. New vehicles are in transit, should have possession by the month's end. Contacted the equipment installer, and he said it takes about 6 to 8 weeks to get all the equipment in. He's got some of it, but as soon as we get the vehicles, we'll get them over to him, and he can start installing stuff as he gets it.
Did you say Bill's doing that?
Nugent,
Yeah.
yes. We're getting ready for the Cover Bridge Festival here in a couple of weeks and getting schedules straightened out. I had to purchase the 2 tires for the 2013 Ford Explorer, which is currently assigned to Ian, but Chris and Ian were both driving it while the other one's in the shop, and so it was been running every day. But we only got 2 tires for it, just to get us through until we get these new vehicles and we get it traded off. But I had to get new tires for Bill's car too, which were in pretty sad shape. Just received in the mail today recalls on all 3 Fords that we have again, so we'll get those taken care of. The roof at the police department is complete. The windows are in, the painting's done, it looks really nice. Now we have to work on getting the waterlogged carpet out of there that's stained and do something with the flooring inside, but I think I got somebody that's gonna help us with that.
Maybe not go with carpeting.
And I forgot to print out the photos, but I have them on my phone if you wanna see them in the building, or you could drive by there anytime.
You gonna have an open house?
Yeah, probably will. As soon as we get the flooring done. Doesn't look very good with water stained carpet.
With cookies and cakes made by Lisa?
Pie.
Pie
Hi.
and cake.
Pie.
Everybody likes pie.
You ever had her pie?
No.
There's
It's
nothing
pretty
to
good.
this, it's not good.
The 2016 Ford that was in the wreck, he's got the windshield in, it should be done the next few days. He was gonna have it done last week, but more than half his staff down at Peterson's Auto Body was on quarantine, and it was just him and a cleaning guy that were there all week, so he should have it done this week if everybody gets back to work. You already addressed the downtown parking issue. Police One Academy, which is part of Lexipol, the company that we use for our policies and procedures, has a training part of it that has all kinds of training videos for the guys. That also reports all our training requirements that are needed to the Indiana Law Enforcement Academy, and they're approved by them. They also have a grant finder service, which is $295 a year for law enforcement grants. And the training part is $1495, yes. Was that all of it together?
No, that was the, and then the other was the 250.
Yes. So it's broken into two components. The $1495 will cover the training, and the $295 is an additional for the grant finder tool. But I'm going to bring that to the board and present it to you, and we do have the money in training in that budget that we just had a hearing on. We've did an appropriation of $10,000 for next year that Randy put in there for us, and that's out of our training budget. We do have more money in there.
So this is in addition to what we already have some subscription with them, don't we?
We do. My policies and procedures manuals are
Okay,
in
so
there.
This is in addition to that, or?
Yes. We get a discount because we're already a member of the other part. That covers all of our staff.
So you think it's a good deal to you?
We
Yes,
do.
you do. You wouldn't have
Just
bought
the
it,
fact
right?
that, yes, just the fact that every time we can assign guys to do the training that's on there, the video training, and once they get it finished, it's automatically reported to the Indiana Law Enforcement Academy into their training record. So it meets all those requirements too. But we thought about at least trying it for a year and see how well we like it and how well it works out. If it's been as good as our policies and procedures, I'd say they're top notch.
Well, I'm sure it's good. I just have concerns.
It's
But
not,
it's
it's coming out of our continuing education fund,
Yeah.
which we generate funds for out of ticket writing. So we already have $10,000 appropriated. That's not money that's coming out of the general fund or
Okay.
anything else. That comes out of the
It's-
self-generated educational fund.
Well, it's
Is it the one that has 18,000 in it?
a good place to come from.
Yes.
I thought it was 10 or so.
What
No,
number is it?
it's up there.
Oh, components.
Well, on the, it's 233, so
233?
22,800, it just would be appropriated for if we want more than the 10,000.
No, the
for next
10,000
year.
is
I mean,
enough.
Depending on
Yes.
what happens, but.
Right.
They have 22,811 right now.
Yeah.
Revenue year to date's been 4297. This first year to date's 150, so. Okay, well.
But we should already have enough appropriated in the $10,000 to cover that for next year. And if we do it now, we get the next couple of months free.
So how's the grant fighter thing work? They find them for you and
Yes.
recommend them to you?
Yeah, and they send us the information, then we fill out the grants and they review it and give us suggestions on what we need to do to correct things or, you know, to improve our chances to winning the grants, especially the competitive ones.
Doesn't look like it could pay off quite well. You've done a pretty good job finding
I'll
grants
make a
already.
motion. We
I have.
approve.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. We received another portable breath test instrument, which I'm not sure how much those are running, $800 or $900 probably. We received another one of those from the Criminal Justice Institute as part of our involvement in the OPO grants. I requested one, and they gave us one more this year, so that's good. I had a question about the New Hope streets, the ordinance that printed out with the map. It doesn't really, you can't read the names on them, and I don't know what they are for the guys, and I like to post them on our mapping system. And I don't know, does the EOC have all those to them?
I would assume they do.
So they'll probably update it to our mapping
Yeah.
system, but
Although he hasn't sent, I always get, I get CC'd on all new addresses, and I don't think he's.
He probably hasn't
sent those
issued them
out
yet.
no.
okay.
There's
What's that?
4 of
Names of
them.
the
There
Four
was an
street
email.
names, but there's no numbers.
I read them off in the meeting, but they weren't in the ordinance because I didn't have that until the
And the
meeting.
map came with the ordinance, but it doesn't, you can't
Right.
read the names on there.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh, no, we discussed it.
Give me a second. I'll be
Was
able to
one of them on
find it.
Main Street? Because I said I didn't
I think
have
so,
Main
it
Street.
is. Is what I remember, but I can't tell which one's
I
which.
think it was a Main Street, West Street.
Yeah, there was a West Street. I remember that.
Nothing conflicted with anything that we had,
Right.
obviously, so.
I'll forward you the email, Randy, if that's okay.
Yes, that'd be great, thanks. National Night Out was scheduled for tomorrow night, but due to the storms, they've rescheduled it for next week on Wednesday night at Park County Fairgrounds. The Rockville Police Department will be again giving out free ice cream cones, donated by My Ice Cream Machine. I attended a joint meeting this morning hosted by the United Way of the Wabash Valley with all the area sheriffs and chiefs. And I represented Park County, I guess. But we talked about drug issues and mental health issues combined and how they impact law enforcement, and they gave us some options on meeting those needs of people. So it was very informational, and it helped us. And I didn't know, but there's gonna be another sober living house in town. Somebody's buying one from this company that,
Where's the other one at?
Next Step Foundation,
Where,
So
but where are they gonna
that's-
put it at?
nextstep.org. I think it's a house that they're buying already. So they're in the process of buying that house, and they just obtained one in Clinton. So they're gonna be sober recovery
I hope
houses.
it's not like this one out here where they
I
kind of.
hope not too.
Next Step's one of the better programs that you can go to.
Oh, it's out there, okay.
Lydia.
It's not in the city limits though.
This house?
No, Hickory.
Next Step's
No,
one of the
Hickory's
better
not.
programs there is, though.
No, but when Hickory came to the town board and asked for blessings and stuff, and I asked them if they were gonna have their own security, and we were gonna have to respond to their problems, they said they would have their own,
They have yet to do that.
but they don't do that.
I just sent it to you.
Thank you.
Oh, what else?
Oh, and they're
And the statistics for calls
Step
since
down,
last
step down.
meeting are on the table, there's 4 of them.
Finn Street, Robin Street, Main Street and Higgs Road, and Benner Way. Yeah, I don't know who they are, but the two birds were Finch and Robin.
Some affiliation, I believe.
And is there a name?
There's a main, yeah.
And west?
West is becoming Finch Street. And East Street is becoming Robin Street.
My class.
Those are short streets, aren't they?
Yeah.
parking, that's all I have.
Thank you, Randy. Steve?
Well, the guy, and I don't know if my place or not, maybe I should be going to jail, I think I want to get it checked. As long as I've been there, our call pay for being on call for 7 days is $30. Time to take taxes out, it's about $20. You have to stay at home 7 days and take call. They was wanting to see if we could raise it to $100.
Well, when you say $30, it's $60 every pay, isn't it? And it's just-
Well,
I know it's in the ordinance, it's 60, but it's 30 per week.
yeah, for the
Yeah.
one guy. One
Yeah.
guy's $30, and that time taxes is over, it's about 18 to $20.
Do you only stay on call, don't you stay on call for?
7 days.
Okay.
You're supposed to be at home within 15 minutes of Rockville for 7 days. And I guess they can.
Well, they want us to consider that for the budget next year, is what you're saying, $100. I know it's been 60 for the last 12 years or so.
'Cause that's two departments.
So
right?
$100
So 50 a
per
week
pay
is
period,
what?
Yes.
$50
Yeah.
a week versus 30 a week.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
I think that's rational.
because it's been that way.
It's
At
been a
least
long
10 or
time.
12 years
Oh, yeah.
that I've been there. It's been that way.
Well, when we get to utility budgets later, in the fall, that certainly will be brought up.
And another thing, John Hurlow out there at Cardinal Apartments, town.
North?
He cut one of her water mains, didn't get any locates on it or anything, and just let her run
I heard
for a
that.
weekend.
Yeah.
And we did file charges on him for it, but they're wondering what we need to do about that. We need to send prosecutor a bill.
Yep. Need to calculate what we lost and send the bill to the prosecutor so he can have it entered as part of his restitution.
He also got in our meter pit, which is what, $500 fine, $200
Yeah.
fine, something like
Need to send him that too as part of the bill.
Apparently.
So he cut a service or a main?
that. No, Maine, going back to those apartments, because he was wanting a new meter put in there. Well, he was running this pipe over there and didn't get any locates. They said that when they got to there, got the ditch pumped out, there was telephone and everything. Looked like spaghetti and ditch, so.
Yes, the fine plus whatever our cost.
Just have it sent to the prosecutor and
Yep.
see if we can get it through them. Okay, that's good.
Because then it can be part of his criminal case
Okay.
restitution order. He's more likely to pay then,
Okay.
as compared to small claims or whatnot.
Might end up owning the apartment.
We are not
I don't
making it
think
so
we need
fast.
that.
Hey,
Well, at least we know where to apply the lien to if he doesn't pay.
It's only half of it though.
Yeah, one person owns one side,
Yeah,
one
it's
person owns the other.
either, I think he has the south apartment, and the other guy has the north apartment, something like that. Because they was arguing over who's gonna pay the water bill or who's paying the water bill. So he wanted his own meter, but we did that after he did,
Costly price for a meter.
yeah, it was.
But yeah, they should be able to collect that as restitution. If they can't, let me know.
Okay, I'll get with Cody and have him get a bill worked up and kind of figure out what we did lose on that. Suez cleaning's gonna be here tomorrow to clean that water tower. Do we have the contract on that? Because, they're saying it's just the inside. That outside looks terrible down there. It's the south tower.
Didn't you guys look at that maintenance agreement thing?
Probably agree, thought we wanted to make this agreement. Did we not?
He said he,
Just cleaning inside.
I can't recall what. Yeah, we didn't take a long-term agreement, which I thought.
When did we sign
Was the
that?
maintenance, I thought.
That's what we
Probably last fall, wasn't
I don't know when we did
It was been since I've been there.
it? Because he talked about we're trying to put that,
Suez Water Tower Ranch, you know?
a stirring system in, aeration system,
We declined
and
on
they were
that.
talking about cleaning the inside, but I don't remember anything about the outside of it, to be honest. I don't.
I don't remember there being a document that you signed.
Say clean at the paint lines there.
I thought it was just the complete maintenance thing that you guys.
Well, we need to revisit
We
that
do,
Suez
'cause I-
contract
Yeah,
long
I
term.
mean, it made a lot of sense. I thought we
It,
went with it.
Well, I can't remember what our hang-up was.
I'm not finding a contract anywhere in my email.
It's been something we talked to the.
So they're there tomorrow?
Tomorrow, they're coming in and clean that tower. We got the tower drop down. Empty it out.
How
long will
that process take?
He said a day. I don't
Day, that's it.
Yeah, I don't know how you can go in and power wash that thing in a day.
They've gotta have something that we.
They're gonna do a rain or shine.
So
But
it's
it's-
Yeah,
But it's supposed to be storming.
They're gonna get wet anyway.
Well, you know, we had to empty the tower, so that, we made sure that he was coming. They said yes.
Well, we can revisit that agreement that we discussed several months ago then. The long-term contract made a lot of sense to prevent having
come up
several
with a
$100,000
yeah,
cost
Yeah.
to repaint.
I thought there was a contract, but it didn't go through me if there was.
It wasn't, it wasn't the big one. It
I'm
wasn't-
physically, I'm not.
No, I mean, there was one that was.
I know we talked about a maintenance contract on there, but I'm not, like I said, I don't.
Usually what happens is they email it to me.
I didn't think that we got.
They may
it.
just give us a physical.
Yeah, the big debt.
No, but we probably need to revisit it. I don't know.
Okay, I
I
have,
can't remember all the specifics.
I have a proposal from Suez for $2,500 that is signed for tank inspection and clean out. And I believe that would be one of the two tanks. There's probably another one.
So that probably is just the inside, then, because he said a whole other crew had come to the outside.
Could we just, get information and not have to watch the power phone again?
No, it's mandatory.
That was just in my email.
They have collars and graphs and pie charts.
That's painful.
But I think if I remember, it was $2,500.
We got a phone, you got a phone.
We were doing both of them.
the papers.
That makes them feel good.
Don't read them.
Sorry, it was scanned.
Or let us
that way.
take turns
That's
reading.
okay.
I mean, this isn't gonna hold anything up, so. No, they haven't cleaned the inside, the outside, you know.
Second.
But it is all.
Well, somewhere, we need to remember, we need to talk more about Suez. Jeff. I'll make a note.
You sometimes when you guys are out and
Huh?
about, the Strauss house.
In November, if I can.
And more side of the house.
Well, I
Oh,
wanna
I guess
jog-
we're just in September. Well, you're good, okay.
I'm just gonna jog his memory.
The Suez, the company that just did the presentation just a few months ago.
I don't know if
Yeah.
they're into something, I don't know if they've got a leak in the house. On the
By a
other
few
side of
months,
the
what do you
house,
think?
it
A
seems
few
like
months?
it's wet all the
4 or
time.
5 months ago, maybe.
Well, he's got the
They came
talked
back,
about
I mean, they
blow out
were
there
here,
on the ground,
they
but I
were
don't
here a
know
couple
if
of years
that's
ago.
caused it.
And then they came back, but, you know.
And it's like, you know, they did do some digging, there's some dirt, so I don't.
He may have a leak. He hasn't said anything about it, so it would be on him, not us. The hardest right there on the sidewalk by the street is where
Okay.
it is. You got anything else? Down at the pool, over that baby pool plumbing, I guess Sean Atkins give a quote to put a roof on that. You guys know anything about that?
Oh, we did talk, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we were wondering, because the sun's just tearing that plumbing up down there. It's just ruining that plastic pipe sitting out there.
I
in the
thought we
sun.
approved that.
I thought we did too.
So that was another thing.
Well, it's a park board thing.
Yeah, we're meeting Wednesday.
I'm almost
Okay.
positive we approved it, maybe we
I'll
were.
make a note.
I don't know that we got quotes yet, maybe.
You did.
Okay.
You had a couple of them.
Yeah, Sean put one in, I know of.
Somebody else said something just about putting them on the fence posts.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, I don't think it'd be a good
No.
idea.
Okay, space to park for a whole.
Yeah.
Take that up.
Okay, I think that's everything.
What was his name?
On that piece.
Sean Atkinson.
He's the one that did the roof and painting down at the police department. Done a very good job.
Reads like it's just the inside.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, just let
Yep.
go to your knees.
Yeah.
Look at it. Looks like it's just the insides.
Pardon?
It looks like it's just the inside of the tank.
Yeah, okay.
Not even the roof or the upper walls, just the mid to lower walls and the floor.
Do you wanna have that to take tomorrow, maybe, just
Okay.
to have on hand that that's what was presented and signed?
You gonna climb that tank and inspect that?
What time are you gonna do
That's
that?
the water department.
What time do you anticipate him climbing up there to inspect it?
They should be here fairly early in the morning. It's
Cody
just gonna be a
probably
new
would
day.
scoot right up there, it probably wouldn't bother him.
Hard pass on that one.
I'd go up, I would just want some like a helicopter to come and bring it down.
I need one of those like bungee straps, bungee to something or strapped to something.
It'd be too long.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
What? You good?
I'm good.
You ready?
Yep. I have claims for 401-14706 to be approved.
Yeah. Let's see, we paid our community crossing money out. $227,000 total, $637. That's a lot of payment.
Yeah.
Looks good.
See, we had another, okay, on the 41 North Sewer Project, we had another structure point bill. It says final design. Is it the final bill for the final, do we know? I mean, $9,300 or $9,530.
Redevelopment and payment.
No, that's all on us at this point. What's the young man's name, structure point?
Brian.
Brian, yeah. He sends out project updates occasionally. Maybe we ought to have him up, have a talk with us, just kind of get us all up to speed on.
Want me to explain to him the redundancy of him calling something a final design?
Yeah.
and sending
Yeah,
it to us
that'd be
3 times?
fun. See, he's got any PowerPoints
Has
too.
he
I
finalized
knew that
that
was coming.
with RMC though?
Do what?
Has he finalized that final drawing with RMC?
I have no idea.
Oh, 'cause they came down there and he wants them to move power and put power here and they can't. They don't want them building under that line they got up going up to there.
Oh,
So it's gonna have to be moved. And they said, well, why don't you move your power? He said, no, we've been there longer than you.
so no, that wasn't the final.
Well, they may, okay, well, they may not want it, but it's a right of way. Correct? I mean, it's in a right of way. Obviously, they can't put the sewer right into the pole. I don't understand what the.
They was wanting to build right on or under the lines, the power lines, which is a no-no. So he wanted them to.
I think we can have Brian up. Who can get ahold of Brian? You wanna get ahold of Brian?
I've got his phone number.
We should have him up for a little chat and see what, I didn't, had first heard of that, Keith.
For free, or he can appear by video or phone call.
Correct.
We can make that.
And he cannot eat dinner.
Free. Make that very clear.
We'll pack him a sack lunch to take home.
You want to just talk to him now?
Otherwise, he can.
Well, let's talk to him about where are we at? Are we done with design? Is final design, where are we at? Are we done with that or not?
If it says final, can we just refuse to pay again?
And also, what's the timeline for, I mean, originally I heard it's next spring, is that still the case? And what's
So
the
the problem
status
with that is, do you want the project completed?
with the power and RMC, what's the status
You
with
know
that?
what my answer on that.
No.
So yeah, I think it'd be good just to know we're
Oh, yeah.
invested in this project.
Does anybody want his phone number, or do you want me to?
No, let's have, we want a formal meeting, we can make it a public meeting with him.
Okey-dokey.
That way we all know.
It'll be
You're
fine.
gonna get RMC in here too?
Well, I don't know if we want to do that yet, unless they can't resolve it.
They wouldn't get too far to the left.
Well, we need to find out Brian's information and we'll go.
Yeah, maybe they did, I don't know.
Maybe they did, yeah. Well, we'll find out when he comes up and gives us a 3-hour PowerPoint
Are we
presentation.
gonna,
Okay.
are we gonna approve these?
Yeah, just your, okay, that's all I moved. I moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. How long ago was that?
A week or so ago, but
Oh. What? Oh, it just seems odd. I mean, it's not the first time they've done this, our instruction boards on the water. Who knows?
I wanted to mention, per the fire code, that we will be doing the annual inspections performed during the Bridge Festival for those vendors on the square. As well as we do have an ordinance that states that there should be a 5-foot width on the sidewalk, for anybody displaying any merchandise.
So Josh,
outside.
the fire department will be doing that?
Yes, and he will
Okay.
take care of, the inspections as well as any sidewalk type disputes or anything that, you know,
Oh,
we
good.
have there, so. Bank recs for July and August are all balanced, they're all
Make a motion to
here.
approve.
I'll second.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's great. I don't know where that, I must not have marked out the resolution for that, because that's old. Minutes.
They would need your keys.
Did everybody get a chance to read the minutes?
Yeah, the ones you sent out?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I don't know if it's supposed to be attached or not.
I think it is. I think it is. It's fine.
All right.
Just put that there.
Well,
Are you gonna make a motion to approve minutes?
Well, which one to approve? We're approving ones, well, hold on, there's,
There was 3 or 4 sets.
All the ones that I sent you.
let's get these done first. Okay, look at all these minutes.
And I don't have a problem holding on to them, I just don't know if Nick wants any of them moving forward, so that's why they're all there and caught up.
Okay. We'll look at it first.
I tried to just mark so that.
I'll make a motion to approve all the ones I was at, which excludes August 27th.
I'll make a motion to approve all. That's how.
Second.
Second?
All in favor?
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Oh,
Aye.
Everything.
we're going backwards.
Yeah, that's okay.
Here's the, this is that information that I asked you about.
you taking care of the downstairs business, what it's supposed to be.
Checked down the last couple times.
Do you know who's bringing them? Because.
They're right now.
Usually it's big.
Yeah, but see, we changed companies in there, so.
Because they wouldn't.
Where at?
For our cleanup day.
Oh.
For the
And
water
here's the
bill
email
account.
I put
Yeah.
along with
Something in the,
I remember having read this, but I don't remember what it was about.
I think they're wanting to get their permits.
For a start, big Mac always ended up running that in, Christians, I just don't find it, yes.
It's only 90 days. Well, I
Right, right.
think it was 4 weeks.
Let's close the gate, yeah.
I miss talks when
It's Saturday too, isn't it?
Last Saturday.
Last Saturday?
These are just permits we have to submit to NDOT to proceed with the project.
If I need anything on those, or just to.
You're just gonna need the board's approval for Dave to sign, that way we can get the permits. And Dave has to sign us his applicant's signature and printed name.
Maybe.
The next thing is just, permits for NDOT. Just have an approval for Dave to sign those documents that Nick has now reviewed.
Which project's that?
It's the 41 North Sewer project that they have to cross underneath to do a couple things. So these are forms for us to apply to NDOT, but it's not gonna have a fee because we're a municipality, so it's just a formality that they have these consent forms.
I'll second that motion, David. Lee?
At least that's how Structure Point represented it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Can we find out about the completion of the wheelchair ramp before the festival?
I have not heard anything. Jeff, I think.
The what?
reach out.
The rails?
Wheelchair ramps, yeah, the rails for,
Yeah.
for the cones and the yellow tape that.
Yeah,
Are
that'd
they ever
be
gonna
great.
take all the tapes from this thing?
Flatland ramp.
I can check with Butch.
Otherwise, they can be liable for falls off the.
Not as much as the first.
Oh, that's what I'm asking. Get it back.
And those
So only
papers
thing
too
we
to
just
sign.
sold this year, so.
Print a name and just a signature.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully we won't use it. Maybe we'll get just.
I heard it's supposed to be a pretty
bad winter.
or bad. Well, I call it good, but
Lots of
it's not bad.
stars.
Yeah.
They'll figure it out.
Was that it?
There were 2 signature spots.
See the applicant here too as well, or?
Yeah.
Snowshoes.
Are you a notary?
Yes and no. Here. Or I'll sign it and see.
They'll close the courthouse.
I think it access
You know what, we closed, I think we're done on that, because.
Sounds good to me. To get there.
False alarms.
I just make Karen do more, we can do it. Yeah.
Is it just a copy today?
Yeah, you might as well have them sign
Simple.
everything. You can't sign too many, you can't. So far.
The only other,
Don't worry about what you consent to.
I have 2 invoices, which the guys are both here. I've got a reimbursement for Randy for a light maybe.
Yeah, one of our lights is
And a reimbursement to Ian
Count on you keeping out of
for
trouble, that's
boots
why.
that.
I did read those
I
at
just
some point.
want separate approvals because I'll be paying them
Found
directly.
nothing alarming.
They'll be in my claims next cycle, but paying them as reimbursement, not as invoice through the town.
Oh, gotcha. I make a motion.
Beat you to it. Thank you.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Was first. There.
What'd you say about the resolution for the electric?
I put that on there. I meant to cross it out. I meant to delete it. Thank you. That's all I have.
Okay. Any old business? Sparks sounds like he's got something.
Well, I guess I see why the seeded money for next year's up, and I don't know if this is what DLGF has done. You know, we're receiving here in Revenue 203, it's a seeded account fund, but we're putting that motor vehicle highway restricted in there. Does that that's why the revenue's up.
Well, half of what NVH, half comes, so NVH, half comes the restricted, I just pulled that dollar, not 50/50.
Yeah.
And that's where
Yeah,
it's
on Zoom.
a big one in there.
Okay.
If you follow them, you'll catch
as long
them
as-
speeding.
Why did we choose to put it in seated? I don't know.
Well, if it comes from the county that way, they'll label it. They label
Okay, that's how it's
where to
coming
put
from
that.
the county.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They label it PTRC or edit.
When they started that, was it this year or last year? Yeah, the time flies. That explains why the seat is higher than what I normally expect.
And that,
What do you got?
is something to look at. I mean, I don't know as far as funding what, there's, well, I can't remember, there's
Right.
$380,000 in there now.
Well,
so-
that's something we can use for match in various projects. We haven't had any big projects in South Market and Howard, but, and we need to reevaluate, reexamine where we're at in our South Market. We have enough, I know we've spent some out of it. I can't remember off the top of my head what the total match was, around $1 million, I think, for South Market. But yeah, that's one of the accounts we're able to save in for projects. So that's good. Just need a project, which there's lots of projects. We have some coming up. Water, big water problem. Well, we could use you something for that. Food and beverage looking pretty good.
Water starting next year.
Water, no, we're gonna put that off until 2024, because our last debt payment would be
January
4.
I think. I thought it was 23, but I think it's actually.
And is South Market starting 23?
I think so.
Yeah, they're supposed to let bids into 22 and then start
Yeah.
23.
And it's only gonna be a one-year construction, right? Supposed to.
I don't know what's going on. Did they decide what they're gonna do up there on the square? With the big brick market area?
Yeah, I
They're
think
gonna
so,
keep-
yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna put brick back down. It'll be like cement and.
Brick veneer kind of, I guess you'd call it.
On the square as far as the street goes? Or
Yes.
just the east side?
No,
Thirty
street.
foot sidewalk.
Keeping bricks.
Are we doing zero entry on those, or did we have curbs? Was it called that, is that called, that right?
Yeah, I think we went with curbs.
Really?
Before my
Down the center lane, I think you did.
center is zero. Or
No, there's no gonna be any.
did you go with zero entry? Maybe we did.
It's been so long since we
I
talked about it.
know, I know.
I
Maybe
can't-
we thought it was a fall hazard.
Well,
Yeah, I think that's,
they're in the center. So we need to go with some ballards in. Then we haven't needed another, PowerPoint presentation.
I don't think there's
We
gonna be
wanted,
any parking.
no,
around it.
no, well, no, we wanted them to keep parking, but I think, remember they wanted the parking in the middle to be
Yeah, I
parallel.
think we
Yeah.
went with the zero entry with Ballards.
And then the
I
other
know
was
we talked about
gonna
people
be,
hitting them.
yeah,
Blah, 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 blah,
angle
blah.
on the, where it's parallel now.
Ah,
But those-
And there wasn't, it's zero entry, it's just gonna go down, but we talked about maybe putting trees or something, decorative trees in there. Cause we wanna keep, I thought we wanted to keep a median of some sort.
I honestly don't remember that. I do remember talking about the Ballards and that.
well,
I mean,
Sure, if we ask, they'll come and bring pictures.
oh, I'm sure, sure.
We should have them somewhere.
Well, gosh, we, have ran out of stuff, it looks like.
Well, darn.
I know.
I met with Ryan Keller, the PD for Thrive West Central, on Friday morning for a couple hours. And he essentially said if there's any projects that we have coming up or wish list, we can let them know, and any assistance that they can give us and free of charge. Helping with grants, they have 5 new Okra certified grant writers.
Well, we tried to stay with Cindy since she got certified, just because it keeps money in
Well, I'm just,
an
if
office
it's
in the county.
no charge, I mean, they're willing to,
Yeah, well, we can explore
any
it.
resources.
Is it
We
no
can
charge
explore it.
even, because the way Cindy works is it's no charge if we don't get the grant. If we
Right.
get the grant, there's a
Well,
percentage.
and I'm not saying just Okra,
Right.
for Okra grants, I mean, essentially
Anything.
any of their resources that they can use to support any project that we have that's up for grabs.
Okay.
So,
Anybody else? Cam, you got anything you wanna talk about?
Well, I mean, I'd kinda like to know what's going on with the department, whether or not we're gonna maintain our current staffing levels.
Well, I'm not sure what the correct answer is. You know, I know we're meeting jointly with the police commission Thursday night at 6, right? Is that correct? 6 we're having a
I
meeting?
think so.
They've got an executive 5, but that's some of their business they're dealing with, I guess. So we're meeting with them. That may just go over historical expense rates and just kind of, you know, get them, I think they're kind of already up to speed, but I think it's good for both boards just to get together and talk about where we've been and where we want to go. You know, right now, staffing levels, we've been paying for 6, we've had 5 in the field. Yes, our expenses have gone up, but, you know, after looking at the revenue side, we're pretty good in the general fund, as far as balance. It has weathered quite well the last 5-6 years. So I'm not as concerned as I was a month ago after looking at the numbers and seeing the trends as far as our balance. But the board has to decide how much they want to fund it, and I'd like to hear from the commission, you know, their desire.
They
as-
want the
as
6th
far as-
position funded.
But, you know, I'd like to hear them explain their position, I think, and just, it's good to have information. Are you guys gonna make it Thursday night?
Oh, yeah. I'll be good.
It's here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
is it at 6 or at 7?
6.
Is next,
John set an executive meeting at 6 o'clock
Oh.
and didn't really
Oops.
comment to me at what point. The public meeting's at 7, but he
Okay.
didn't say one way or another
I
what.
thought we were meeting at
wishes
5
were.
in executive.
That was the original meeting that was scheduled.
Okay, somebody tell me when to be here.
I can set it for whenever, but he hasn't,
This meeting is scheduled for this Thursday, September 23rd.
I thought we
6 p.m.
decided we didn't need executive.
We don't, but they have something they wanna talk
So
about.
there'll be an
Yeah.
executive and a regular meeting.
that's their
Right.
dates. I didn't set any dates for them.
So we're meeting with the council at 6.
Yes. So it says here.
Okay.
And they have an executive at 5, executive at 5. They do?
Executive at 6, meetings at
Executive at
7.
6.
Okay, executives at 6 for
To start.
them, not us. So we must, well, we had no business there, really, we don't. So we're at
Is Nick
7.
gonna be there Thursday?
When at the day, I think he said he couldn't make it.
I'm thinking he did.
I think there's some questions he needs to answer too.
Well, when they come up, we'll have to answer
So
those.
at 7, we're 100% sure it's at 7.
That's their public portion.
Okay.
He asked if the board would still like to speak with them, and I said yes, and he said this is when he has scheduled the meeting. And I know you guys had discussed that, you know, you didn't really care whether it was an executive or public meeting,
Right.
and we had no
Right.
bearing, it's,
Okay,
so,
well, I'll be here at 7 Thursday night.
Is that it? Anybody else got anything?
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.